Guys, we've been through a major dump recently, and I've seen a lot of other crypto YouTubers do videos about, is this the bottom, such as Cryptos R Us. I'm going to give my opinion right now. No, I am not eternally bullish like George, but I do not believe we hit the bottom, and I think there's several things that are pointing to that. One of the many things that we were hoping to be bullish about was state crypto reserves. Well, unfortunately, it looks like there were severe knock-on effects of this dump, as South Dakota, North Dakota, and Montana have either rejected or punted those crypto reserve bills. Oklahoma is going to vote on them soon, and I really hope they do pass it, and maybe that'll reverse the process. But from the way that the other states have actually voted on it, I don't think Oklahoma will pass it. So one of the hopes that state crypto reserves will buy up Bitcoin and that'll drive up demand seems to be fading. And when people catch wind of that, I do actually believe that it's definitely going to be bad for crypto and people will be more pessimistic. We can also look at certain altcoins and signals from them. For instance, XRP, a major altcoin, the open interest has dropped to a 2025 low, which means that altcoin traders and altcoin investors are simply giving up on XRP. But this is not only for XRP. I think it can be a signal for the entire altcoin ecosystem and even somewhat for the Bitcoin ecosystem. Because generally, all the altcoin interest indicators move up and down at once, which this does mean that people are just not interested in altcoins right now. So they're going to continue to sell them into safer assets. And of course, the reason for that is Donald Trump's tariffs, which do not seem to be going away anytime soon. In fact, even the most optimistic projections for Trump tariffs are basically it's going to be on and off for the next several months, maybe next several years. That's not what you want to hear as an investor. You want stability, and you want more of like a free trade thing to have like minimum prices. And of course, you want inflation to come down. These trade tariffs, even if they're on and off, are going to keep people on edge, and it will surely bring the prices up, which means inflation will increase and the Fed won't cut interest rates. Obviously, they could actually tank the economy and the Fed would have to cut interest rates. But if you just kind of tank the economy to cut interest rates, that's kind of a dumb thing to do, because if the economy is tanking, no one's going to be buying crypto anyways. And that's why the Crypto Greed and Fear Index is at pretty much a multi-year low at around 29 right now. It's actually lower than where it was last summer or even 2 summers ago. And you can see how bearish people are about the crypto market right now. And there's even more other things pointing to it. Bitcoin ETFs have basically been hit by a $1 billion outflow in one day on the 25th. And that is the biggest outflow in one day ever in Bitcoin. Even when it was going back and forth really, really hard at the beginning, we never saw an AUM of $1 billion outflow in one day. And that just goes to show you that even these ETF investors are losing hope or losing confidence in Bitcoin. And this is obviously reported by both BlackRock and Fidelity. And of course, that does come on the heels of, once again, the Fed's favorite recession indicator is flashing a danger sign, and that is because the 3-month note has actually moved above the 10-year note with the ultimate inverted yield curve. It used to be like the 10-year Treasury yield basically passed below the 2-year Treasury yield, but now it's passed through the 3-month Treasury yield, and this is a much more dire signal and actually has a pretty good record of actually predicting recessions. They could print their way out of this, but that really won't help us too much because that would just induce more inflation. So I doubt they'll actually do that. I think if we go into a recession, the Fed's just going to let us go into a recession, and there's really not much that Trump can do besides canceling his own tariffs, which is somewhat unlikely to pull us out of the recession. And of course, with the recession, people buy less. People actually do buy less risk on assets. And of course, a lot of traders are actually saying that they don't actually think this is the bottom. They are actually targeting the 74K range, and they're hoping that 74K actually holds. Because I think if we lose 74K, then the 50 EMA will cross below the 200 EMA and will be in fully bear territory with a bear market. So all of these put together, I think we're actually dropping at least into like the upper 70s region before we actually get a pullback. Now, if we drop in the lower 70s region, I think like, 60K, 50K is definitely in play, as that'll signal a real bear market. And with only a crypto top of 108,000, I think a bear market could actually take us down to 30 or 40K. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.